Welcome back to Healthy Don't Hurt. My name is E-Man, back with a new video that's hotter than Drake in 2018. Guys, today's video is about a wife that called into the Dr. John Maloney show. Looks like he's having some issues with depression, and I would like to talk about just falling on rough times. I would like to break down this video and just how to manage this stuff as a man. But let's grab our fork, let's grab our knife, and let's dig in.
Let's go to Emily in Fairview, Tennessee. What's up, Emily?
Hi, Dr. John.
How we doing?
Today's a good day. How are you?
Today is a good day. That's a fantastic way to say that. And Fairview's one of my favorite places. That's fantastic, man. So what's up?
Yeah, I like it out here. Well, my husband has been close to suicide 4 times in as many months.
Oh.
And my question for you is, how do I find peace?
Only way to find peace is in the funeral home. That's not funny. But no, for real. 4 times is like a lot. This poor woman. I'm so sorry, guys. It's out of pocket.
Ooh, man. That's a tough one. So walk me back. What happened 4 months ago that started these dominoes?
Well, I think it started before then. He's military veteran with PTSD. Pretty sure he's got depression, anxiety, and we've been fighting for a long time to try to get him some mental health counseling therapy through the VA, and took a long time to get that to happen. Took him actually driving out to a bridge to get that to happen through the VA, and so he's had counseling for a little while through them, but it's been very inconsistent. They'll go like 2 months between sessions. Anyway,
so why?
We have recently found someone else
Okay.
for him that is not through the VA.
Okay, that was my. This is a level 1 emergency.
Yeah.
And so I'm not waiting on them anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting on them at all. Good for you.
We gave up on that route.
Good. And I know that adds another level of shame and frustration and anger and rage to a veteran, that the one group that sent him out now doesn't want to do anything remotely close to provide the help care that he needs.
Right.
That's a whole other level, man. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. It probably took him a lot just to go to therapy in general, fam. Men have pride, and there's nothing that's harder than, just sacrificing, giving up your pride, or just putting it away just for a little while. I know I struggle with that.
So what happened 4 months ago so there was some triggering event that said, I'm practicing this, I'm leading up to this.
I don't know what the trigger was.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's sad.
Man. So where is he now?
That's the sucky part about, when you start committing suicide, the people always have to constantly know where your whereabouts are, especially with the vets. That can kind of be embarrassing. It's like you have a handler and, you just stress people out because they can never have a calm moment when they're away from you.
He's got good days and bad days, but I think he's still in a dark place. And, he's only started with this new therapist, 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So he's still, I feel like he's fighting this dragon, and he doesn't have any tools to fight it with right now. He's fighting with his bare hands.
Gotcha. Is he there? Would he talk to me?
He's not at home right now.
Okay. I'd love it if he called in, and if he calls in, we'll move him to the front of the line. Okay.
That's what's up.
Okay, cool.
Man, it breaks my heart. There's a lot. So, do you have little ones?
Yeah, we got a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Of course you do. How are they doing? How much of this are they absorbing?
I don't know.
Okay.
They don't know what's going on. The night that he drove out to the bridge, when he got back home and told me what had happened, I broke down and cried. And it was my 6-year-old daughter who was like patting me on the back and comforting me. And I was, I couldn't breathe. But So they know something's up probably.
Yeah. What kept him on that bridge?
Absorption there.
What kept him on that bridge?
What kept him off?
Kept him on.
Kept him on?
Yeah.
I don't know. The night that happened, we were having a normal conversation. It was a very we were talking about, hey, what day is this happening? When are we, is this on Friday or Saturday? Kind of very administrative type conversation. And all of a sudden he just said, why am I even here? And just left. And later he said he wasn't sure why he was feeling that way. So.
Okay. So I would tell you one of the cornerstones of, you've probably heard me say this on the show, but just to reiterate for everybody listening, if we have new listeners, every cell in the human body has one job, and that's to get to tomorrow, and then to get to the next day, and then to get to the next day. And to override the system and jump off of a bridge or to shoot yourself or to take your life, to die by suicide, takes an extraordinary amount of resolve, more so than we think.
That's that will I'll be talking about, man. It takes will to do what you do every single day. It takes will and it takes pride to get up to work, to get up to provide, to just exist, and to just be with your family, your friends, your coworkers, just to be in society. It takes will. And once that will is gone, that fire has been extinguished, bruh. What is the point of doing anything? Because I'm getting no satisfaction. I'm feeling no love for myself, for others, and vice versa. It is completely pointless. So I've been there in a way, but not so much so to the point to where I wanted to end it all. But my goodness, bro.
It's just so foreign to every part of our body, down to the cellular level, right? And one of the chief suicidologists, the person who studies suicide that I have a high respect for, suggests that it's such a hard thing to get your body to do that when they look back post-mortem on people who have died by suicide, there's often a trail of practice attempts. Driving out, cutting deeper and deeper, being a little bit more reckless with guns, or getting it out and looking at it and getting out and holding it. And so what I would tell you is this, and I know that you know this, I just want you to hear me say it. This is as though your house is on fire and he's trapped inside, and you and your daughter, you and your kids are out in the front yard. That's how serious this is.
Okay.
Because he's trapped.
If at all possible, there should probably be some sort of inpatient. The fact that he is seeing somebody right now is a really great sign. And I would ask, here's where I'm going to try to give you some glimpses of peace, but your home is on fire. And so you're not going to have peace in this particular season right now. And so I want you to make peace with not having peace for a minute, okay?
What woman wants to hear that? Oh man, that's a hard pill to swallow. I'm not gonna lie, fam. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is super heavy.
Often the rage and anger and frustration and inability to sleep and move is because we're expecting things to be still and they're not. And so expect things to be choppy right now. Kind of like I was just talking when I was skiing the other day. Whenever a boat drives by and the wake is coming, I expect it to be really, really bumpy, and then I can deal with the bumps. It's when I expect it to be smooth, and all bump comes out of nowhere, and I eat it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so expect there to be a limited amount of peace in the next few, however long, okay?
Okay.
I would ask if he's okay with it, if for your own peace of mind, if he would sign a release so that you could call his counselor and get an update.
Oh, okay.
And if he signs a release, the therapist is required to, if you call and say, I just need to check in and see what level of concern you have for my husband's well-being. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10. You come up with some sort of scale, and you can tell him, I don't want to know all the intimate details. I don't want to know all of the things. I just want to know that you're okay.
Yeah, because once you open up that box, once you know, it's hard to unknow, and it's almost impossible to pretend, you know, that you don't know, especially if it's about you, if it's about your ass. Oh my goodness.
And I would love for you to sign. It would give me peace in my heart. Another thing that would be huge is if he would do this, if he would commit to no talking, just hand holding, or I'm looking for skin on skin moments. Okay. And that may be hard with the kids and all the crazy and all that. Can we have some, you call them SOS moments, you can call them skin on skin moments. And I'm not gonna pester you about what are you feeling, what do you think? I'm not gonna do that. I just want to hold you.
Sometimes that makes you feel better too. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm having a hard day and the whole world's just crashing down. Best thing my girl do for me is just giving me a nice little hug and let me feel on that booty. It's a solid advice, though. It's a solid advice.
I want you to hold me.
Yeah.
Okay. And what we're trying to do is have your body go. Whew. A third thing, if I were you, I would go see a counselor too.
Okay.
Because you're in this too.
Dude, I don't know about therapy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know, I done had a tough upbringing. I've been scarred and traumatized and this, that, and the third. Play the small violin ass, right? Nobody cares. But I really just don't believe in therapy, fam, because therapy does not fix the issue, right? So she goes to her therapist and she's like, my husband's trying to commit sewer slide, right? Trying to eliminate himself. The therapist can't help her with stopping her husband from doing that. The therapist can't help her husband from stopping himself from doing that. So the issue is still going to exist no matter how many therapy sessions she goes to. Now, he might benefit from therapy, you know, as far as healing that trauma, but if the problem still exists with him, with himself, the therapist might not be able to get rid of or resolve the problem because the therapist can't do the work for him or for her. Only he can do it. Only he can do it, which is why therapists kind of frustrate me. I'm gonna be real with you. I've never been to one, and I've been tested, and I've been brought to moments where I probably should have went, and I never went, and I'm kind of glad I did.
Yeah, well, I started seeing someone through BetterHelp.
Good for you.
As well.
Good for you. Good for you. The majority of people who die by suicide do not want to be dead. They want their hurt to stop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And the majority of people who die by suicide have some sort of ramp up to this process. And so the fact that one of the questions I would ask is, have you ever tried before? Yep, 4 times in as many months. That to me is on top of combat service, on top of, like, you're painting a picture of me of a very volatile individual.
Facts.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so sorry that you're here, and I'll just tell you, he's really, really lucky to have you.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I'm lucky to have him too.
Oh, that's right.
I know, but it's scary, right?
That's what I'm talking about. She gave her man love, support, and even bragged on homie a little bit, even when he's in the depths of hell. That's what I call a good woman. I ain't gonna lie. Shorty a good woman. Shorty a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Has he made you a promise that he'll call you?
What do you mean?
There's been some efficacy concerns around this, meaning there's been some studies that say yay or nay on this. One thing that I still love, and it doesn't guarantee anything, but I would love it if you had a piece of paper that you wrote and did it nice and said, this is a contract between you and me. I'm the one woman you said you were going to be here for. And I want you to promise that you will never kill yourself, and that if you ever feel like it, you will call me.
That's a tough one, though. That is a very, very tough ask to get someone to do this on the edge of just ending it.
Sign it. Now, there's some, like I said, there's people who've done studies and say that doesn't really do anything, or some people just sign it and then they go ahead and do it. It's not guaranteeing anything, but here's what it does. It gives you and him an intimate moment that says, I'm asking a covenant of you to not leave me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? And that might be a moment filled with tears. It might be a hard moment. I think you can do all of this in a single conversation. And then here's the last one. Let me throw this one on there. Ask him. Let's clear the entire deck. Pretend we're meeting for the first time. What do you need from me?
Yeah. Okay.
What can I bring to the table for you? Is it silence? Is it quiet? Is it touch? Are you just so sick of the gluten-free bagels that I'm always making? Like what can I bring to the table? Do we need to move? Do you need to re-enlist? Like, what do we need to do to come to the table?
I think the last thing my man needs to do is re-enlist. I think the military has done enough damage there, John.
Okay.
And let him know I'm all in.
You tripping.
The last one is this idea of perceived burdensomeness. Is the idea that people who die by suicide over time begin to feel like the world would be better if I wasn't here. My kids would be better off if I wasn't here.
Yeah. And so, he's really prone to shameful thoughts about himself.
That's right.
Just guilt.
Yep. Do you know of things that happened overseas?
Yeah.
Okay. That contribute to that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's hard. That's hard to sit with and unwind. Do you have a couple of veterans in your local community that you have their numbers so you could reach out to them, that he could reach out to them?
Yeah, he's got a buddy. He's not local, but he's got a buddy that he has reached out to when he was feeling suicidal before.
He needs some people in Fairview.
Okay.
Or in Leapers Fork area or in Franklin. He needs some people local in Dixon. Okay.
Yeah. And he has local friends too, but I don't know that they're veterans, so.
He needs some people who have been there.
Okay.
Okay. And he may say, no, and you can tell him, you may not get them. I'm getting them. I'm going to reach out.
Okay.
And I'm going to make this weird on all of us. And I'd love for him to call if he'd be willing to. Okay.
Okay.
I know he's fighting World War III in his head right now. And I'm sorry that's going on for him. I'm sorry that's going on for your two little ones. And I'm sorry that's going on for you. And if he has a chance to listen to this, I need him to hear me say, the world will not be better off with you not here. And carrying the bricks of shame, it's time to set him down. It's time to set him down. The heartbreaking part for you, Emily, is that he's the only one that can do that for himself. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Have you made him a promise to never call or never tell or anything like that?
No. He made me promise to tell people.
Good. Hey, gosh, that's a brave man. That's an awesome guy. If you ever get a hint, call everyone. Call 911, every friend, every pastor, everybody you know, every time. Okay?
Okay.
Promise yourself that.
My
okay?
goodness, bro.
Promise.
And maybe when you ask him to sign the wellness contract, you hand him one and say, anytime, I'm calling in everybody. Everybody. I'm going to call so many people, I'm going to call an idiot podcaster. That's what I'm going to call.
That sounds so bothersome, bro. And I know it's like supposed to do the exact opposite, you know, but getting everybody involved for that's tough, man. That's real tough. This might have the opposite effect of what's intended.
Right? I'm going to call everybody.
I don't know about everybody.
Emily, we love you, and you call anytime we can help. And if you can get him on the phone with me, I would love that too, okay?
Okay.
All right, you're doing all the right things. And, man, if you are watching this, the world would not be better with you not in it. And if for a moment you think, I just need this to stop, remember this moment. I'm sitting with you. We're all sitting with you. Reach out and make that call.
All right, guys. It looks like it's the end of the video, man. Yeah, that is some super heavy stuff, bro. That's a lot to digest. I'm going to be real with you. As a man, I definitely have my challenges. As a person that is constantly expecting more of themselves, who is their hardest critic, and I feel like all men that are trying to achieve greatness, their own personal greatness as a father, as a man, as a, as a professional. You're going to have these moments and these forks in the road, fam, where you're just so frustrated that you just want to give up. My favorite outlets is the gym, because the gym allows me to better my body and it allows me to relax my mind. I am less stressed and the rest of my day just moves a lot more smoothly, and your confidence is boosted from the results you get from the gym, both physically and, as far as strength goes. So like it is a win-win, and like I'm a real big fan of people working on their confidence, making sure that your confidence is intact and is not shaky. And men need confidence, and men need their will, and more importantly, their pride. You really, really need your pride as a man. And hopefully, hopefully she can keep her husband. I know that took a lot to call into a podcast, to call in from a dude on the Dave Ramsey network. And, Dave Ramsey's done a great job of rebranding himself. Instead of him, being on the screen and answering questions, he's got some other personalities to do it. And I'm kind of glad, because Dave Ramsey was getting a little bit stale because of his age and everything and his values. And he's a little too paid to be up here having these conversations with people. He's no longer relatable, unfortunately. But yeah, man, there are a lot of people going through mental health issues, fam. Anxiety is real. Like, the gym is my anxiety destroyer, honest to God. And literally to God, speaking of God, when I feel like I have nothing left and I can't go on, bro, I go to church. I pray. This ain't no preaching channel, although this video that we just reacted on is a religious-based channel, because it's a Christian network. I am a Christian, coincidentally, but yeah, man, sometimes I go to God, and I've been there, bro, where you just can't go on. I've never wanted to really end it all, right? I've had moments where I'm like, man, that would be nice, but I never was like, yeah, let me just, I just have a couple seconds and me going a little crazy, and I pull myself back together. It might happen like once every 5 years. I feel like there are a lot of men that have those milliseconds in time where they feel like that. But unfortunately, this man is stuck in there for years. Years as a combat veteran with a family, with kids. That pressure is unbearable. I'm a father myself. Being a father's hard. Them bills don't stop. And sometimes there's just not enough hours in the day. You're stretched out every which way possible. You are stretched thin, and it's just not enough. And feeling like you are not enough, and no matter how hard you work, that can crush your will. If you feel unappreciated, that can crush your pride. I just did a video on the importance of men having pride, because pride is directly tied to your will. Without will, you have no purpose to breathe. You have no reason for your feet to touch the ground in the morning, from the big stuff to the little things. And I think about that from, my role as a father all the way down to my YouTube channel, right? Because me doing YouTube is not my top priority, being a father is, but all of these things are the reason why I get up and go. It's the gas in my fuel tank. I can't go nowhere without it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, man. Have you ever experienced anyone struggling with mental health? Have you ever, really came to a moment as a father, as a mother, where you are just broken, you are just worn down, you can't go anymore, and you just feel like you are $100 short and a month late? Forget $1 short, forget a day late, you 100, you a rack short, you a whole month, a whole year late. And yeah, bro, them voices in your head are hard to silence. But, what I learned is just building healthy disciplines. What helped me is, me stop drinking alcohol so much. That lowered my anxiety, getting better sleep, making sure I got all my water, my electrolytes in my system, hitting the gym, making sure I look good, because it's really hard for you to pull yourself out of a rut if you are not taking care of yourself, if your self-care is behind, and especially men. Like men, a lot of times we don't think that we have to focus or prioritize or self-care. One way or another, you're going to have to. Someone's going to smell you, someone's going to see you, and they're going to be like, you smell terrible, you look terrible, you look like what you've been through. And a lot of times when you don't look like what you've been through, it can really be a big self-esteem boost. But yeah, man, find a source, find friends, find friends that'll keep you accountable too, ones that'll give you tough love. Sometimes your wife won't be 100% honest with you. I got a homie I call up when I'm in the trenches. My whole life will be falling apart, and I'll just be snot bubbling on the phone, man. I can't do it anymore. It'll be like, shut your bitch ass up and start working. Everybody trying to hear all that crap. Now, to other people that may sound abusive. To me, that gets me fired up, right? And my son's watching, right? My son's not watching this channel because he's 3. Shout out to EJ, Daddy, love you. He will one day, but he does watch in person everything that I do, the way I react. Kids are very aware, and they pay attention to a lot more than you think. So they're very impressionable, and you know your influence weighs a lot more than you can imagine. But man, yeah, prayers to this couple, bro, to this family. Shout out to all my vets out there, bro. Shout out to all my veterans. Yeah, man, you guys are on the hottest channel here on YouTube. My name is E-Man. Thank you so much for supporting my channel, for viewing. Hit the like button for your boy. Go ahead and sub for more content like this. I'm gonna keep bringing that fire to you guys because you guys deserve it. But man, I tell you, bro, life is real. My handle on YouTube is called Put Up Numbers, and the reason why I changed my handle to Put Up Numbers is because every single day I try to produce something. I try to do my best to produce something, anything that is not nothing, that is not 0. Even if I just have 1, it doesn't always have to be a 10 out of 10. Even if I give the day my best on YouTube, at my job as a father, and the whole day goes terrible, and I had to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how my day went, and I just have a 1 out of 10, at least I have that 1. Right? Because that 1 is going to eventually compound into something great. All right. I think of my life. I think of many things in my life. This channel is like building a house. You're not always going to be able to put up 100 bricks a day. Some days you're only going to be able to put up 1 brick. But over time, you're going to have a giant, beautiful 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. Okay. With a nice garage. It might even be a mansion. It might be bigger than that. Everybody's house is different. Everybody's house is different because everyone's lives are different. But once you're done and you look back after working for years and years and years, you're going to have a great house. It's not going to feel like it's going to be a great house when you're, leveling out the dirt, when you're pouring the foundation, you're pouring the concrete, you're putting up the frames, you're putting up the drywall, you're putting on the roof, because all these things aren't pretty, right? The house don't look pretty until you put the center aisle in the kitchen, until you get that nice fancy stove with the smart fridge, with the sink, it got the nozzle with the different spray settings, that's when it starts to look pretty. You get the recessed lighting. But when you ain't even got the walls up in that joint, you ain't even got the foundation poured, you ain't got no concrete, you just got a property with some dirt, and that's it. It could be very, very discouraging. And sometimes you have a really nice mansion and you fall off, right? Everything you built comes crashing down. And you have to repo and level everything you just built because you lost everything, which is how life goes. You ain't always going to be up. Sometimes you're going to be down. It could be very hard to remember that when you just had a real nice house and now all you got is dirt and you got to build it up. You got to build it up again. One thing that I've learned in my 29 years of life is that, each time you build it back faster, more efficient. You waste less time. It's less excruciating, because you know exactly what to do. And each time you build it faster than the previous attempts of building your house, building your dream, building your channel, building your business. That's what life is about, man. Stay in the fight. Anybody that's thinking about ending it, please don't. And not for his reasons, because you won't know how it ends. You really don't know how it ends. And the chances of being alive in general, especially in America, so slim, bro. So slim. The chances of you being born in America, I think there's like 8 continents. I should know how many continents. 7 continents, I'm pretty sure. The chances of you being in America are so slim. Let's Google it. Let's Google it real quick. What are the chances of being born in America? We're going to look this up real quick. The chances of being born in America are 1 in 400 trillion. Wow. No, 1 in 40. Sorry. The first Google search popped up. I knew that was off. But yeah, the chances of you being in America are 1 in 40. That's crazy. That makes 2.5% of every baby being born is born inside of the US. That is so crazy. That is so unreal. So the chances of you being born in general are 1 in 400 trillion, and you're going to end it. I'm going hard. I'm putting up these numbers until there ain't no time left. All right, till there's dirt on this coffin. I'm putting up numbers, baby. I'm trying. I'm giving it all I got. For me, my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my friends, my son, all of my viewers, everybody. I'm putting on for the set. For real. Dog mentality till the day I die. You guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching Healthy Don't Hurt. Let me know what you guys think about this, fam. People be wanting to end it. And my thing is, it ain't over till it's over. I ain't hear the fat lady singing, so I'm going to go ahead and get back to work. You guys have a great day. Say hi to your mama and them. You arguing with your brothers and sisters, make that right with them. You arguing with your homeboys, your homegirls, make it right. Life's too short, fam. Life's too short. God bless. Have a good day. Hit the gym. Take care of yourself. Work on your skin routine. I'm talking to myself at this point. But yeah, I know y'all see the skin glowing. You know, your boy been drinking his water. Been out here exfoliating. 29-year-old man just now exfoliating. Never had to. Old Spice soap was enough this entire time. I'm out here using oatmeal formulas, green tea formulas, extracts on my face. Just wilding. All right, your boy taking care of himself. I hope you do too. I'll holler at y'all later, man. I'm out. God bless.